Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And we are live. Okay. Now we're going to start this. I've got a good idea. Let's run with it. Let's get this shiznix up and rolling.
It's not all give knocking people on.
Okay, so let me line this. Let me line this thing up. Let me line this thing up. Stop sharing that. Start sharing this. Let's get a little bit of volume, a little bit more volume on the music. Although I don't know, depends. I'll check that in a second. Got a mic situation, potentially. Let's line this thing up and let's start it.
It's not all give knocking people unconscious and then your eye goes and then you want to get out. You know, I've got all the time in the world for Triple D and he can come again, but it's going to take a long road back from that. You know, get carried out the ring, brother. Get carried out the ring. You know, it's not all give knocking people unconscious and then your eye goes and then you want to get out. You know, I've got all the time in the world for Triple D and he can come again, but it's going to take a long road back from that. You know.
OMG. He's going to take, what's he going to take, Billy? What's he going to take?
For Triple D and he can come again, but you know, I've got all the time in the world for Triple D and he can come again, but it's going to take a long road back from that. You know.
Holy hell. It's going to take a long road from that. Long road from that. OMG. OMG. We ain't finished. We ain't finished before we get into the story. I'm going to drop the link in a second, but before we get into the story fully, I just want to give you a little bit of a montage. Oh, stop that. Stop that. Stop it, damn it. Stop it. You're going to get me in trouble. What's wrong with you? Stop the damn, when I say pause, just pause. Damn it. No, don't want to get in trouble. Don't want to get in trouble. Okay, when did he get back into? Okay. Canelo and Billy Joe are scared to fight Bobo. Damn, even his dad's kind of trying to photobomb the Shizniks. Even his dad's trying to photobomb the Shizniks. Everybody sees the camera around and all of a sudden this guy starts choking his lovely, large, lovely maiden. This guy, who's this? Looks like Timothy Bradley, but can't imagine him. What would he be there? The DAZN card? Maybe he's scared. Maybe he's scared that Al Heyman might see him. But anyway, still haven't reached the part don't want to reach. Damn. Entirely wrong place. Entirely the wrong place. Uh-oh. Yeah, hi, Jerry. Hi, Jerry. Wave to Jerry. Okay. Uh-oh. That's what I was looking for this whole time. And I don't even know if I'm coming through the mic they're talking about. I'm coming through the internal mic. I don't know. Something's wrong with the streaming service. I'm pretty sure everything's good on my end. That was the last we saw of Billy Joe. Well, not quite the last. Not quite the last. Let's move this on just a little bit. Uh-oh. Oh, damn. So we missed something. We missed something. What's going on? Yeah, hook him in the head. Hook him in the head, all right? Simples. All right, yeah. Am I even showing this? Okay. Yeah, all right. Damn.
Get carried out the ring, brother. Get carried out the ring. You know, it's not all give, knocking people unconscious, and then your eye goes and then you want to get out. You know, I've got all the time in the world for Triple D, and he can come again, but it's going to take a long road back from that. You know, get carried out the ring, brother. Get carried out the ring. You know, it's not all give, knocking people unconscious, and then your eye goes and then you want to get out. You know, I've got all the time in the world for Triple D, and he can come again, but it's going to take a long road back from that. You know, get carried out the ring, brother. Get carried out the ring. You know, it's not all give, knocking people unconscious, and then your eye goes and then you want to get out. You know, I've got all the time in the world for Triple D, and he can come again, but it's going to take a long road back from that. You know.
OMG. The words that came back to haunt the Billy Joe. Why the Mexican dude choking out the senorita on live TV? Damn it. It's crazy, I tell you. Crazy. Let me just do something here. Let me work some wizardry. I don't know if I'm coming through the proper mic or the internal mic down. It's confusing up in here. Don't know if I'm coming through at all. Hold on. Let me do some sound checks after I do this thing. What's going on? All right. Let's drop the link into the chat. Karma must be real. Oh dear. Well, I've been saying that for the last couple of weeks. There's been some strange shiznits going on in the combat world. The cheek of it. OMG. The barefaced nerve. Fury, says H Money. Never, says the Rafi. Has anyone seen BJ's father get pushed by security after the fight? Yes, indeed. Check my video on the topic, excuse me. Absolutely. Scout L up in the building. What's going on? Salute to the combat radio. Okay. What's going on? In hindsight, no pun intended, Billy Joe Saunders is a lucky guy. It could have been horrible if his trainer didn't take care of him. Well, his trainer is Mark Tibbs. And I may as well address that point now. When Billy Joe was in the corner, Billy Joe went back to his corner and said, I can't see out my eye. And Mark Tibbs said something to him. I think, and then Billy Joe said again, I can't see out my eye. And then Mark Tibbs said, so, you know, that's it, yeah? You're gonna have to wave it off or whatever. And Billy Joe said something or not, and Mark Tibbs turned around and waved the thing off. Okay, so that's how that happened. We're gonna be talking about that some more in a second. But first things first, let me do a sound check. Let me hear. And we're gonna be talking about that some more in a second. But first things first, let me do a sound check. Let me hear. And we're gonna be talking about that some more in a second. But first things first, let me do a sound check. Okay, that's good. That's good. Boom. Okay. So, what's going on? And in comes the man like the Iron Kong.
Lord, I am so happy to be here. I see that your show is off to a roaring start. You know, I hope nothing gets broken along the way.
Like an eye?
As my good friend in the chat said, you know, I hope nobody has the cheek to sabotage the show. Good day, my Lord Rafi, all the way from the constituency, the province of Shropshire.
OMG, we gotta make sure we don't break nothing. Because that would be ironic.
No.
Oh dear. And it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. I see what you did there. Aye, Captain. Captain Bird's Eye Fish Fingers. And if you live outside of the UK, you probably never grew up with Bird's Eye Fish Fingers and there. Aye, Captain. But that's what it's all about. Okay, so let me have a look. Fine. Indeed. Okay, so big up the Rafi, big up everybody, big up the chat. Get carried out the ring, brother. Get carried out the ring, brother.
Get carried out the ring, brother. Man. Get out the ring, huh?
Put something in the
You should have started when he said, "Can we please stop talking about Daniel Triple D Dubois now? Can we please stop talking?" I was like, listen to this prick.
Damn, the words came back to haunt him. What's going on? Damn, I can't even start the show. There's so many comments. We'll get into it in a second. Let me just work my way through it because there's some interesting comments. I still don't know if I'm coming through the internal mic or my proper mic. It is crazy. As a matter of fact, I can do an experiment right now in real time. I'm going to count into the mic and then I'm going to move the mic aside and count again. Okay, this is into the mic. 1, 2, 3. Mic's being moved now. I'm going to count again. 1, 2, 3. Was there any difference?
You're all good to me.
No, yeah. So hold on. So I'm going to move the mic totally out of the way and I'm just talking normally without the mic. You hear me normally?
Yeah, to me, yeah.
Okay. So let me go over to. Let me double check and go over to the. Let me hear over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me go. Okay, there you go. Proof. It's proven. It's not coming through the proper mic. OMG. Okay. So how deep are we in? Let's go to a couple more. Yep, Billy Joe. That's the one. Where are we? Aaron Rosas. His dad got mugged, tried storming the ring. Ruben Guerrero up in the building. What's going on here? That hybrid uppercut landed. Engaged at the moment. The hybrid uppercut landed. It was nasty. Probably had bone scraping around. Aaron Rosas. I haven't seen Aaron Rosas around here for a long time. Good to see you, Aaron Rosas. BJ's kid, BJS kid lose. But I think he deserves some respect. I had Canelo up 5-3 live. But watching it last night, I had Saunders up 5-3. Yeah, the road was razor close. Well, I watched it again today myself, and it was the other way around. I gave him more rounds first time around, and less rounds on the rewatch. On the rewatch, what rounds did I give him? On the rewatch, I gave him round. Well, I gave him round 1 anyway, both times. So that was round 1, round 4, and round 5. Was there anything else? Nope. Round 1, round 4, and round 5 I gave to Billy Joe Saunders. I thought I gave him more than that. Round the rewatching, nah, that was it. Does he deserve some respect? Yeah, he deserves respect. He does deserve respect. I think he did nicely. He shook. At least he gave Canelo something to think about. So I think he's always deserved respect. That's why I've always wanted to see him. But he deserves disrespect too. He deserves the disrespect that he gave to Daniel Dubois. He deserves it back. You know, people have to watch the words that come out of their mouth. You get taught that from young. You get taught from young to watch the words that come out of your mouth, because they may come back and fly in your face. So if you're saying bad words, bad things, if you're wishing bad deeds, if you're wishing bad sentiments, those same things can come back and explode in the face. And I think it's appropriate. And that's highly appropriate. But anyway, let me get my guests in. In comes the man like H. In comes the man like H Money. But I think we have to take a moment. We have to pause for a moment just to look at the irony of the situation. Okay, H Mo 9, come on in. How do you do?
Yo, what's good, Rafi? How you doing, my brother? Thanks for having me once again on the podcast.
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out to the Iron Kong in the building. Yeah, man, we doing the recap, man. It was some good fights this past weekend. I want to give congratulations to Saul Canelo Alvarez, who got the victory. He won by TKO, and it was a very competitive fight while the fight lasted. I feel like Billy Joe Saunders was outboxing Canelo Alvarez in certain spots in that fight. Billy Joe, he did some good work in there. I think Billy Joe, he was more competitive than Colin Smith while the fight lasted. He won rounds in there. And, you know, Canelo, he did what he had to do, Rafi. So I have to tip my hat off to him, you know. But I think Canelo would be in trouble against Caleb Plant, to be honest with you. If that fight does happen, I can see Caleb Plant giving him a lot of problems. I think Caleb Plant is bigger, stronger, and faster than Billy Joe Saunders. And if Canelo had a tough fight with Billy Joe, I expect Caleb Plant to give him a tougher fight. But I do give Canelo his credit for getting the victory, Rafi. He did what he had to do. He broke his eye socket. And yesterday, Billy Joe Saunders had emergency surgery on his eye. So, you know, I don't think Billy Joe quit, but I do agree with what you said. Now, if you're going to go out here and criticize Daniel Dubois and say he's a quitter, and you do the same thing as Daniel Dubois, now you brought that negative energy to yourself. Now, people are going to start pointing the finger at you for quitting because you accuse somebody else of quitting. Now, if he would have kept his mouth quiet, and if he would have, you know, just stayed humble and not said anything about Daniel Dubois, I don't think he will be receiving this type of negative feedback, Rafi. I think he brought this to himself.
Excuse me, Dave. You'll excuse me, people, if you heard. I can't even get used to talking without the damn mic in front of my face. I'm used to it. I must be institutionalized. Gotta have the mic there, even though apparently it's not coming through the mic. I'll have to sort that out. I'm vexed. But anyway, we'll work with it. Okay, there's a lot to chop up there. Let me just take a sip of this. Just got in not long before the show started. Okay, so Billy Joe, you're talking about Caleb Plant's going to be much more difficult for for Canelo than Billy Joe. Okay, we can kind of get into that. Do we get into that now? Do we get into the analysis now? Well, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? What the hell are we waiting for? We might as well get into the analysis now. Okay, so Billy Joe Saunders. I'm in his record now. Where are we? Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant. Let's have a look at Caleb Plant. Who's Caleb Plant's best win?
I would say it would be Uzatagi. That's how he became a world champion. That's how he won the IBF super middleweight title, was against Uzatagi, the guy who beat Andre Durrell. He beat Andre Durrell. So he's a very tough fighter, and Caleb Plant outboxed him, pretty much gave him a boxing lesson.
Okay, let's bring this up on the screen. Let's show this Shizniks up on the screen. Let's get into this straight away. What am I trying to do here? Okay, I want to stop sharing that. I want to start sharing this. Let's get into it. ISI Pie. Okay, Caleb Plant's got that beard going on, the Hamish beard. Okay, let's have a look. Caleb Truex. He beat Caleb Truex. When was that? That was the first of the 21st of this year. 30th day, the first month of this year. Okay. Vincent Fingerbutts. Vincent Fingerbutts. Mike Lee before that. Jose Uzcategui. That's how he got his championship belt. What is it? The IBO, the International Boxing Federation, World Super Middleweight. He got that in the 13th day of the first month, 2019. So that's 2 years ago. Okay. 2.25 years ago. Okay. Rojolo Medina, Andrew Hernandez. Okay. Caleb Plant. Who was? I watched him. Who did I watch him with again? Oh, we'll watch him struggle against. It was Caleb Plant last time out.
Caleb Truex. He won that fight. UD. Unanimous decision.
Yeah. He was a struggle for him, though. It was a struggle for him.
No, look at the scorecard, Rafi.
No. Hold on. Let me talk, and then you can come in afterwards. I watched this fight, and I was underwhelmed. Caleb Plant was one-paced, kind of robotic. And you think that this guy, Kelly, am I sharing? Okay. You think this guy, Kelly Plant, is gonna? You say he's gonna give? You think he's gonna give Canelo trouble? Is that my correct understanding?
Yes, I'm picking him to beat Canelo because he has the skills to do so, Rafi.
You're picking him to beat Canelo because he has the. He didn't show no variety. He was just a straightforward guy. He's to pick apart. You know, the Canelo's got Reynoso in his corner.
Yeah, and one thing about Caleb Plant, he can box, Rafi. He has the skills. He's not robotic. He's fluid. He's fast.
He's not fluid. Carry on. Sorry. Carry on.
He's fast. He's
fluid. Carry on.
Quick. He's a great boxer. He has a great footwork, a great boxing IQ. He's a very good defensive fighter. Now, that fight that you're talking about with Caleb Truex, he won every round, as you can see on the scorecards, 120-108, which was a shutout, and it was easy. And he had a broken hand. Maybe you wanted the knockout, but he had a broken hand in that fight, and he continued to fight, and he won. So I think his skill set, Rafi, will give Canelo problems. Like I said, he's a slick boxer. He has great footwork, a great jab, great feints. He's a better boxer than Billy Joe, and we've seen the success that Billy Joe had against Canelo.
He's a better boxer than Billy Joe. You reckon? Better boxer than Billy? Hold on one damn second. One damn second. In comes the Iron Kong. Well, Iron Kong, what are you saying about this?
About who?
I don't think Caleb Plant would have beat Billy Ho. I don't think Caleb Plant would have beat Billy Ho.
I don't know about Billy Ho. Caleb Plant is one of these dudes that a lot of people really, really like. I guess he has good boxing skills and all that. I do not pick him to beat Canelo Alvarez. Caleb Plant, I mean, nah, man, I don't pick Caleb Plant to beat no Canelo Alvarez. Against Billy Ho, I'll be honest with you. I've said before on this stream, on my stream, Billy Joe Saunders is not a 168 fighter. He's just a lazy dude, a lazy 160 guy who don't want to work and make the weight no more. And he don't belong at 168. I mean, y'all are kind of moving me off of the Billy Joe Saunders slander, and I don't appreciate it.
We're gonna come back to that. Don't worry.
Going to Caleb Plant talk. Caleb Plant not gonna beat Canelo, but y'all can go ahead and have this conversation. Caleb, I don't really have a feeling about Caleb Plant either way. I mean,
Hey, Iron Kong, he will beat Canelo, and I can tell you how.
yeah, all right. Go ahead.
Good.
Okay, first of all, it will be because of his height, his reach advantage. Caleb Plant is 6'1", 6'1", very big super middleweight, a natural super middleweight, not like Billy Joe Saunders, like you just mentioned. He's not lazy. He's a hard worker. He's dedicated to the sport of boxing, and you mentioned his boxing skills. He has a very high boxing IQ, very fast, a tremendous jab, very quick, and skills wins fights. We seen Billy Joe had success, Iron Kong, in that fight. Some people had Billy Joe Saunders winning the fight before the stoppage, before the injury. Now you put Canelo in with a better boxer than Billy Joe. I think the skill set of a Caleb Plant will be too much. Now we seen Canelo get outboxed by Floyd Mayweather. He lost that fight. We seen Canelo get outboxed by Iris Landy Lara. A lot of people thought he lost that fight. We seen Canelo get beat by Triple G in the first fight, and that was a robbery. Canelo is beatable, Iron Kong. He's beatable, right? Caleb Plant has the skills to beat him. Trust me.
Why are you saying this?
Why are you shouting at me? Everybody's beatable. I don't understand.
No, it's just the passion. You know, boxing is a very passionate
Yeah,
Okay. I don't understand why you're thinking that Caleb Plant is a stiff. I'm not gonna call him a bum, but he ain't yet. No, I wouldn't even back Caleb Plant to beat Billy Joe. So I don't. But anyway, I gotta respect the fact that you're speaking with passion and it's what you believe. So hey, you might be right. Who knows? Who the hell knows? On the record, my opinion on it, I admit he's good. Caleb Plant. Oh, I got Nas Castro in here. Much appreciation for the Nash Castro coming through, one of the Facebook posse. Good to see we're varying it up. That's nice. I admit he's good, Caleb Plant. He's got caliber to give. He's got caliber to give Canelo problems, but I'm a Canelo still. I mean, damn. I really can't see Caleb Plant. No, man, it just ain't got enough variety. No. But hey, you might be right. But in my opinion, I think Caleb Plant. Hey, Caleb Plant's easier than what's his name there. You're Billy Joe. I'd back Billy Joe to beat previous to his eye problem. I'd back Billy Joe to beat Caleb Plant. But hey, we don't know. We just don't know. Didn't H Money say Saunders would beat Canelo? H Money, did you say Saunders would beat Canelo?
No, sir, but I was rooting for Billy Joe because, of course, he is best friends with Tyson Fury. He does and he also represents MTK Global, and I was going for the Gypsies. I was rooting for the Gypsies.
Yo, I'm gonna have to ask you something now. Tom Saunders, the father of Billy Joe, said that there was a gypsy spell. A gypsy spell had been cast on the fight, and I think Santos came on and said, "Well, they're just gonna hex out the gypsy curse with Santeria, the witchcraft of the Latin countries," and it looked like the Santeria beat out the gypsy spell. What do you have to say about that? It looks like the Santeria is the stronger witchcraft. H-Mo-9.
Yeah, I think he just was talking. I really don't get into the spells and voodoo and things like that, but I think they were trying to sell the fight.
You're scared of the spells. You're scared.
Yeah, man. Hey, I think they were just trying to sell the fight, to be honest with you. Billy Joe, he did pretty good, man. I heard his father got into a fight after the fight.
Have you seen the fight?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really see. I seen the scuffle, but I didn't know it was his dad.
Me neither.
Yeah. So I noticed certain people was trying to say Tyson Fury should have jumped in and did all of this, and I'm like, yo, Floyd Mayweather didn't get involved when Zab Judah and his uncle Roger Mayweather was fighting. Floyd stayed away, and that Tyson Fury did what he was supposed to do. Now, Tyson Fury would have got in there at 6'10", 300 pounds, knocking out security guards, then he would have went to jail. Somebody could have got hurt. So I'm happy Fury stayed away, and it showed that, you know, he's actually maturing as a man. It's showing that he's a maturity coming from Tyson Fury, and I like that.
You like the fact that he didn't step in to save his best friend's dad. Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, so you could say Floyd Mayweather and then go and save his uncle, Roger Mayweather. So, I mean, I didn't say that back then when Floyd did it. Floyd said I wasn't going to do that and mess my money up.
Floyd too small. Floyd too small. Look how big Tyson Fury is.
And he would have went to jail for something like that. And people already try to put cases on him, talking about loaded gloves and, you know, all this crazy nonsense, and say he's a cheater and MTK Global Mafia and all of this crazy stuff. So, you know, he needs to stay out the way. And I appreciate what Tyson Fury did, you know.
Okay. What's going on here? What happens if I do that? Oh, damn. That's not what I want to do. Okay. So what have we just talked about? We talked about Caleb True. Okay. So Iron Kong, just come and talk your talk before we move off this topic and move on. Iron Kong, talk your talk, my friend.
On which topic? The Caleb Plant topic?
No. This topic here, the fight. Let's talk about the fight.
I gave Billy Joe Saunders 2 rounds at the most. Billy Joe Saunders was in there, and every time Canelo Alvarez hit him to the body, he shrank more and more. Canelo Alvarez kept on manning Billy Joe Saunders in that ring. Every time he hit him, Billy Joe Saunders shrank. He shriveled every single time. Canelo Alvarez said 8 to 9 rounds. And just like I said on my streams before, Billy Joe Saunders wanes in the later rounds. Watch the Chris Eubank fight. Started off good, then all of a sudden started to get tired, and then it turns into a brawl. Every single time he's in a fight, he gets to a certain point where it turns in, he can't move around no more. It turns into a brawl. That comes from Billy Joe Saunders not being a disciplined fighter. But however, I do want to say Billy Joe Saunders did quit on his stool, because you're telling me Daniel Dubois quit when Daniel Dubois' eye was done a long time before he actually took that knee. That eye was gone. You understand me? But every time he got up and tried his best to go back out there and fight again until he just couldn't no more. And he took a knee, rightfully so. I'm not mad at nobody when you're like your eye situation is messed up, especially when you have any kind of broken bones around your face, whatever. I'm not mad at you, right? All I'm saying here is that dude quit. He went back to the corner. Mark Tibbs asked him. Look at Mark Tibbs' interview with seconds out, Radio Raheem, and then Radio Raheem asked him, did Billy Joe Saunders say he wants to stop? He said, oh well, you know, the body language, you know, he didn't give me the response I wanted. Just like Avni Yildirim, who quit on his stool too, just so Billy Joe Saunders quit on his stool. People say, oh, well, Mark Tibbs pulled him out. He didn't quit. He didn't protest, though. You know what I'm saying? That man quit on his stool. He quit after talking all this nonsense about Daniel Dubois. Rafi, you didn't post the quote he did about, oh, if I had 2 broken eye sockets, if my jaw was broken, if my teeth were out. You didn't post that, did you? You didn't post that, Rafi. How come?
No, I didn't post that.
What were you saving Billy Joe Saunders? There's a lot more to the story.
I was feeling sympathetic.
I'm not. This is a man who spared no expense in outside the ring, being a bully outside the ring. When people were doing things inside the ring, people were failing or having troubles inside the ring, Billy Joe Saunders was laughing. But time is a flat circle. It's weird how Billy Joe Saunders, on his first trip to America, almost sabotaged one of Eddie Hearn's shows. Almost sabotaged that show with Demetrius Andrade. People need to hold him accountable. He got caught with peds. And then was still saying, I didn't do no peds. It's a nasal spray, right? Then had an opportunity to fight Andrade again, said no, moved up to fight Shefat Isufi. You understand me? Then comes back on another Eddie Hearn show, threatening to not fight. Oh, they better give me what I want. I'm not here to just show up like these other 6 other guys or whatever. I'm different. You ain't seen no heart like this. I'll go home. You better give me my 26-foot ring, my 40-foot. I'm saying, you better give me my ring, or we'll pack our bags and we'll go home. All this nonsense, only to go in there and let Canelo Alvarez break you down over however much rounds. I gave Billy Joe Saunders 2 rounds maximum. 2. He got broken down, he got castrated, and Canelo Alvarez finally put him out of his misery. See him over there quitting. Oh, my eye. Oh, he punched me in my eye.
Oh my gosh.
And then he died in the crowd, try hop the fence. Security guard tell him stop. Instead, he stopped and explained himself. He tried to push the security guard. So he got sumo. So the entire Saunders clan took an L that night.
Oh Lord, this is hard to listen to. It's painful. It must be painful. The gypsy curse did not work. And okay, let's deal with the. I had some notes down on this. The spin-offs of this thing. And one of the spin-offs is, where is it? Where are my notes? Where are my damn notes? Who keeps on blessing around with my desk? Where's my notes? On the other side? Is he on the other side? The ring? Okay, it's here. It's right here. I'm blaming people. It's me. Okay, so the ring. You got the 22-foot ring. Let's be clear about this. That's the biggest ring Billy Joe Saunders has ever fought in his professional career. That's his biggest ring. So that's 22-foot, let alone the 24-foot. H. Monet, why did Billy Joe Saunders want a 24-foot ring when the biggest ring he's ever fought in the professional ranks was a 20-foot ring? Talk to man.
I think it was a part of the mind games. As we can see, he asked for the bigger ring. How big was the ring? 22 inches?
22 foot.
22. So he, he really wasn't even using the ring like that. To be honest, he was actually standing right in front of Canelo. Certain parts of the fight where he tried to use his footwork.
You two carry on. Back in a second.
Yeah, he tried to certain parts in the fight where Billy Joe, he did try to use the ring size, but for the most part, he really wasn't using the big ring. He wasn't taking advantage of the bigger ring. So that's how he was getting hit with those shots. I think he performed at a high level while the fight lasted. But, those body shots by Canelo was taking its toll. Canelo was the harder puncher. And he got hit with a big shot. And it broke a bone in his face. So he couldn't continue. I know what you say, Iron Kong. I know what you mean that, since he said that about Daniel Dubois, now we're going to say the same thing about him. He brought that to himself. If he would have kept his mouth shut, he wouldn't be dealing with this. Now he is being accused of quitting. So I understand where you're coming from, brother.
H-Money, the thing is, right, I'm not, like, if a man takes a knee because his orbital bone is shattered, you do get out the fight. That's now dealing with your quality of life outside the ring. But the way Billy Joe Saunders conducts himself and the way he wants to act like he's better than other people, and somehow he's made from different stuff than everybody else, right? He's made from different stuff. I have this gypsy energy, and telling Canelo you ain't got the heart. These mind games he was trying with the ring. You see, when mind games have 2 effects. It really might rattle somebody, or it might just piss them off. Canelo Alvarez said, pretty much, I'm going to hurt this dude. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to gas up somebody who's already pretty much gassed up already. You know what I'm saying? He's already gassed up. Don't gas him up no more. Leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? You come over there, you threaten to sabotage another Eddie Hearn show. I'm a fly back home. If you don't let me fight on a 100 on the football field, American football field, I won't fight. You ain't promoting me enough. You ain't this. Made a fool of himself. All this nonsense. And as H-Money said, you asked for a bigger ring. You didn't use the bigger ring. That's the biggest ring you ever fought in. You normally fight in 20-foot rings in the UK. You went over there to do what? Slug it up with. I agree with H-Money. He had success. He was making Canelo miss, and every time Canelo touched him, he shrank. He got less and less of a man every single time. Look at his eye open there. Oh, my eyes are hurting me, Daddy. Please. Oh, all this nonsense. Daniel Dubois' eye was shut, and that man stood there and did an interview next to Frank Warren and Joe Joyce on BT Sport. Did a whole interview and then went home. And Billy Joe Saunders had the nerve to sit up in his bed talking nonsense about that young man. Well, you know what, brother? I didn't like you before. I even like you less. So if Daniel Dubois gonna need a long road back, I wonder what Billy Joe gonna need after this. Because you don't have no belt now, and that's how you got into the Canelo sweepstakes. You don't have no belt now. So I need is he gonna go back to the UK? You know what I'm saying, and have big fights there? Is he gonna have big fights in the UK, or is he gonna retire?
Well, I think there's some fights here for him. There's some fights here for him. I don't want to see him quit before he has the rematch with what's his name, with Eubank Jr. That's always there for him. That what a great British fight that would be. Two Brits who got enmity betwixt each other. Just going out in a blaze of glory. One of them. I would love to see that. I would love to see that rematch. They've said too much to each other. So yeah, that's certainly a fight that I would enjoy. No question about it whatsoever. And let me talk about, before we move on, let me talk about the respect thing. Let's talk about the respect thing. Mark Tibbs quit. If Billy quits, then so did Wilder against Fury, because the coach did the quitting. Okay.
At least Wilder protested though.
Yeah, different thing. Let me tell you why I think it's a different thing. It's a different thing because Billy Joe went back to the corner and said, I can't see. Once you say you can't see, it's code for call it off. Call off the fight. It's code. So Billy Joe dropped the code to Mark Tibbs, call it off. And then there was an interview when Eddie Hearn went through the sequence of events. And I saw some of the sequence myself on the DAZN broadcast. And Billy Joe goes back to his corner and says, I can't see. And then Mark Tibbs, according to Eddie Hearn, Mark Tibbs said, well, let's give it another round, see what's going on. Give it another try, see what's going on. And then Saunders said, I can't see. So he just said, I can't see. Didn't you hear me the first time? I told you I can't see. Why are you telling me going up? Basically said, I can't see. You can't see? I'm going to have to hold it up. Billy Joe doesn't say anything. Turns around, waves. So Billy Joe told him, Billy Joe Saunders told him that it was off. Billy Joe Saunders told his trainer that it was off. Mark Tibbs has just come back into his camp. Mark Tibbs couldn't have the audacity to wave off the fight if Billy Joe didn't want him to. So Billy Joe basically quit on his stool. And he was mocking Daniel Dubois, but I find that interesting because Billy Joe quit the round he got the injury. Daniel Dubois carried on, soldiered on for round after round with the injury. So Billy Joe tried to question his heart because he carried on after getting injured. And then in the end, they said, all right, that's it. I can't do anymore. But Billy Joe,
right?
So again, yeah, cool, man. Cool, bro.
Well, let me just say before I go, because I don't know if I get back on.
Okay.
You want to call out the hypocrisy of the boxing pundits in the UK who had all the nasty stuff to say about Daniel Dubois. Penfold, him, all the other ones, and well, I want to say Coogan, Spencer Fearon, what his name, Peter Fury, all these people who said Dubois quit. All of a sudden now it's Peter Fury. It's, well, do you want him to go blind? I would have done the same thing. Spencer Fearon, Daniel Dubois quit. No, it's, well, he could have gone blind. Penfold, Daniel Dubois quit. Oh, he could have gone blind. All these people, it's hypocrisy. Billy Joe Saunders has carried himself like an absolute prick in the UK in his public life, hasn't taken boxing seriously. He's the one who said, you know, all this we had said Daniel Dubois quit. Why aren't they keeping the same energy? If Dubois quit when he got up multiple times to go and fight Joe Joyce, even though Dubois would have known his eye was gone, he got up to go fight. But somehow he quit. But Billy Joe Saunders, oh, let's not jump on Billy. Why don't you get in there to fight? Billy Joe Saunders, Daddy, call the ambulance. Please call the ambulance. Hey, come on, peace out. Hey, it's money. Peace to you, bro.
Peace out, bro. All right, Kong. Peace out, my brother. Appreciate you.
Kong has gone. Well, what? It was a quit. It was a clear quit. What to me? It was a clear quit. He said, went back to his corner. He saw him say, I can't see. What's his name? Mark Tibbs says, well, give it another round. He says, no, I can't see. What do you think of that? What do you think of that, H-Mo 9?
To be honest with you, brother, I don't like to really, say fighters quit.
Billy Joe said Dubois quit, so you can.
Yeah, that's his. Yeah, see, I agree. Yeah, according to him, then according to Billy Joe,
yeah,
he did quit.
To his own standards.
Yeah, according to his own standards, he did quit because you said Daniel Dubois quit for the same exact injury. So, I mean, so that's why you got to be careful what comes out of your mouth, Rafi, because it will be held accountable. You will be held accountable for what comes out your mouth, bro. And now that's the same thing that's going on with Billy Joe Saunders. If he would have kept his mouth shut, people would have. Some people would have gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, now, of course.
Go ahead, Rafi.
No, of course, I'm agreeing with you because to me, Dubois. Well, I mean, I suppose a quit's a quit. I mean, to me, I didn't want to use the word quit, and I still don't like using the word quit. I would only use that word quit to boxers who have leveled their accusations against other boxers, and then it's come back to fly in their face. But had he not tried to mock a young fighter, remember? Had he not tried to mock him, I wouldn't be talking about quitting. I'd be saying, yeah, oh, he did the sensible thing. He did the sensible thing. Dubois did the sensible thing, and I'd be saying that this guy here, Billy Joe Saunders, did the sensible thing. But since, according to Billy Joe himself, according to him, saving your eye, according to Billy Joe, saving your eye is quitting. Well, then, then I guess he quit then, didn't he? I guess he quit then by his own standards. I can't see is code for get me. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. Where we got?
The thing is this though, Rafi, because he got hit with a hard shot, Rafi, and I do believe
it was a hard shot.
Yes, he did. It was like an awkward punch. It was awkward too, Rafi. It was weird how Canelo hit him. Like, it was kind of weird how he threw the punch. And as soon as Billy Joe got hit with the punch, you could see his eye was marked up, and you could see that he had damage to his eye. So we knew as soon as he got hit, his body language changed. And I don't think he could continue, Rafi. If he could continue to fight, he would have. But I don't know.
The pain. He got the one hit. He got the one hit.
Continue,
carried on for rounds, bro.
This guy was winning the fight, Rafi. He actually was outboxing Canelo. To be honest, he would have kept fighting. Well, some people believe that. I was watching the fight. Chris Mannix on his unofficial scorecard. He works for DAZN. He had Billy Joe winning. Michael Buffer. I seen the interview. Michael Buffer, Hall of Fame ring announcer Michael Buffer, he said he had Billy Joe winning the fight. I had Billy Joe up on my scorecard. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought he was outboxing Canelo.
At the time, I thought Billy Joe was doing very, very well, and I thought, Billy Joe could win this. So he was coming up at the time. Yes, I did feel that. Yeah. Rewatching this experience.
Rafi, if he could continue, I believe he would have continued, but maybe the pain was too much. He didn't want to jeopardize his eyesight. His trainer stopped the fight. But like I said, you're gonna accuse other fighters of quitting for having the same injury. Now you got to deal with it. You know, that was his mistake, always running his mouth, saying dumb stuff. So sometimes, Billy, maybe this is a learning lesson. Maybe this will humble Billy Joe Saunders. You know what I mean? But see, the thing is, I seen Daniel.
Hold on a second. I can't see. Oh man, yo, Billy Joe, you gotta eat it, bro. You've been dishing it for years. Billy Joe's been dishing it for years, and now he's gotta eat it. I can't see. What's going on here? Oh yeah, I'll come to that. We'll come to that later. Okay. So what's going on? Pretty sure H Money said Ruiz made Joshua. It did, but I don't see how that correlates to this though. I don't see how that correlates.
Can I respond to that comment?
Go ahead.
Yes, he said, did I say AJ quit? You know,
no,
that is debatable.
He said, okay. Hey, he said, I'm pretty sure H Money said Ruiz made Joshua quit.
So yeah, so they basically
I don't see what that's got to do with this though. Where's the correlation? Where's the correlation?
So just leave it alone, man.
Leave it alone. I don't see the correlation. You did say that, but I don't see the correlation. But we got to stay on topic or trying to, especially as Billy Joe was the bigger name and the world champion at the time. Yeah. Billy Joe's giving out advice to the youngsters and not following it himself. OMG. Yeah, man, you got to watch the words that you're saying. Watch the words that you're saying, because oftentimes they'll come back straight in the face. Preach, brother. Church is open. You know it. Classless fella. Dubois quit in the ring. Well, you know, he had a bad corner. His corner should have pulled him. Corner should have pulled him out, and I'm glad that he got rid of his corner. Because Dubois made the decision himself. Billy did not say no mask. Billy said no mask. We'll carry on. Made Mark call. Mark made the call. Don't twist it and say I can't see out my eye. I quit. Those were not his words. He said I can't see. I can't see. Those were his words, not mine. I can't see. Yeah? Eddie Hearn acknowledges it. I think didn't we not hear it under the DAZN? Did we not hear it under the DAZN broadcast? I can't see. Twice. Not once, but twice. And the man's giving out advice to Dubois. What did he say to Dubois? What did he say? Where is he? Oh, you forgot? Y'all must have forgot.
Get carried out the ring. It's carried out the ring. It's not all give knocking people unconscious and then your eye goes and then you want to get out. I've got all the time in the world for Triple D, and he can come again, but it's going to take a long road back from that. Get carried out the ring, brother. Get carried out the ring. It's not all give knocking people unconscious.
Get carried out the ring, brother.
Your eye goes and then you want to get out. Get carried out the ring. It's carried out the ring, brother. Carried out the ring, brother. Get 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 carried out the ring. Get carried out the ring. Get carried out the ring, brother. Get carried out the ring.
OMG. Where we at? Yeah, ring the bell. Ting-a-ling-a-ling. Oh, Lord. Okay. We're going to have to move on from this now. Hold on. I can see does not. I quit equals. I can't see. Big boys boxing coming hard. You fellas' grasp of English is not great. I can see that very clearly. I can see I can't see does not equal I quit. That's exactly what it equals. That's exactly what it equals. Big boys boxing, I agree. Philip Carl Roberts says big boy. Okay. If you, in any combat sport, if you say, I can't see, the referee waves it off. The referee waves it off. Is that a revelation? Is that a revelation? Any combat sport, if you say, I can't see, the fight is over. Over. Damn it. Any combat sport where if you say you can't see, it is over. Good for him. Good for him. Good for who? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, people are quiet on that one. If you say it to your corner, if you say in your corner, it's still over. If you go back to your corner and say, I can't see, then any reputable corner, they're going to pull you because you can't see. If they can't fix the eye, they're going to pull the damn fight, aren't they? If I can't see equals, I can't continue. Yeah. What, is that some kind of revelation? Is that some kind of revelation? OMG. Damn it. I thought that was just commonly known. But anyway, let us continue. Oh dear. Have you seen Chris Eubank laughing his head off? No, I've seen a picture. But I ain't seen anything yet. Okay. Didn't Tibbs say in an interview he didn't like the response from Billy? Yeah, the response from Billy was, I can't see. And then he paused because he didn't want to say that Billy said, I can't see. But we saw it on the broadcast and we heard it from Eddie Hearn. But I'm pretty sure I saw it on the broadcast. If I didn't hear it, I saw the lips move or something like that. But I know he went back and said, I can't see. Either audio or visual, I picked that up. Pretty sure that the mic was there and we heard it. Luke Fury? Luke, Tyson was back on his private plane, pretty sharpish, OMG. Or sit on your stool, I don't know. He's getting stick. Well, it's not just me, and it's not just him. But there was a whole establishment. Iron Kong was right. He said, hold on, where are all these people who said that Dubois quit? I know lots of them. I never agreed with it. You know, some people whose opinion I hold in high regard said it. But, I couldn't see it, man. Save your eye. What's it going on here? What's going on? Did they carry beat? No, he walked out. Pretty sharpish too. Didn't stick around for the interview. You know what I mean? Didn't stick around for the interview. He waved it off. Boom. Got out the ring. What's going on? He glossed me. Big Boys Boxing says, Lord, I'm done banging my head on this brick wall. Stay safe. I'll say it again. If a fighter says, I can't see, the fight is over. Over. Oh, dear. Okay. So what's going on now? Said he didn't like the response. He didn't like the response. Listen, I done broke it down. I done broke it down. He went back to his corner. He said that first thing he said was, I can't see. Okay, that's the first thing he said. And then Tibbs talked to him, said, give it another round or something. Eddie Hearn confirmed that Tibbs said, give it another round or something of that nature. Yeah, in different words or the same words. And Billy Joe responded, I can't see. I don't know how I can make that any more clearer, damn it. If AJ punched me in the eye, I'll tell my corner I can't see. OMG. Listen, it's all good spirited. It's all good spirited over here. You know, the Rafi's calm and mellow. Don't you know? What's going on here? Philip Carl Roberts says, peace be upon you. Peace be upon you, my son. Peace be upon you. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, the Red Glove Militant's up in here. How do you do? What would be the point of continuing in that fight? There'd be no, well, you know, give it another round, see if you can get the knockout, maybe. Give it another round, see if you can get the knockout. I can't see clearly now, the bone is gone. Oh, yeah. Obviously, Tibbs not going to say it quick, but we heard it on the mic. And Eddie Hearn confirmed it in an interview, so we don't need any further, clarification. We know it. We heard it. He quit. He said, I can't see, twice. He said, I can't see. Tibbs said, you want to try another round? Go out for another round. Then he said, I can't see. You're deaf. I can't see. You're deaf and I'm blind. What's wrong with you? Red Glove Milton says, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay, as we continue. I don't think Billy Joe looked that shaky going back to his corner, but he didn't give it a try, did he? He didn't stay out there. He felt the crunch and he just said, that's enough. Is that sensible? Yes, it is sensible, but it's not the advice he gave Dubois. Smash that like button, folks. Where we at? Dubois went out on his own knee. Billy Joe had to get a corner to pull him out. Well, yeah, he's smarter. But Dubois, they treated Dubois like a youngster. He's just a young kid. You haven't fully found your voice yet. So he didn't know the trick of the trade. All he had to do was go back to it. But even if Dubois told his corner that he couldn't see, they wouldn't take it seriously. They'd just look at him as some kind of young boy. But they couldn't do that to Saunders because they know he's established in the game. So they couldn't fob him off. I think Dubois did tell them. Did he complain about his eye? Maybe he didn't, but they could see for himself, and they didn't pull him out. I'm glad Dubois got rid of them, as he should do. I'm not saying what Billy Joe, or some people call him Billy Ho, did was wrong. I'm not saying that. It was only wrong in comparison to what he said to Daniel Dubois, Triple D, Danny Dynamite Dubois. And in comes a man like the red-gloved militant.
How's it going, Rafi?
Hey, all the better from hearing from you, my friend. You've been down the down low. You've been on the DL recently. You've been living life. Ain't got no time for the tube.
Yeah, well, I got a new job, and then I ended up getting a little bit sick. It's just been a couple things, but I've been able to keep up with the most recent festivities.
Talk to mine.
Yeah, and you're right. Like, there's nothing wrong with a boxer living to fight another day. Like, absolutely. You might some fans are a bit too harsh and say, "Oh, this guy has no heart. He quit." It's especially in the case of like a broken orbital bone. I think it is smart to end the fight as soon as possible because it could end your career. Totally. Like he he was having a hard time seeing in the fight. He wants to make sure that he doesn't have a hard time seeing for the rest of his life. You know, so that's I think he made the right move, as you said, but it is morally wrong. It is hypocritical of him to quit on the stool when he had such harsh words for Daniel Dubois.
Absolutely.
You know, there's old.
Go out on your back.
Yep, he said, "Go out on your back, get carried out of the ring."
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, Red Glove. Hold on a second, in case anybody didn't hear it. In case anybody didn't hear it.
Out the ring, brother. Carried out the ring, brother. Get carried out the ring, brother. Get carried out the ring. You know, it's not all give knocking people unconscious and then your eye goes and then you want to get out. You know, I've got all the time in the world for Triple D, and he can come again, but it's going to take a long road back from that. You know, get carried out the ring, brother. Get carried out the ring. You know, it's not all give knocking people unconscious and then your eye goes and then you want to get out. You know, I've got all the time in the world for Triple D, and he can come again, but it's going to take a long road back from that.
Well, it's a good thing he's a traveler, because he got a long road to go now. should be a smooth transition for this one.
Oh my God, there's so much data in this guy talking.
This is what we call poetic justice.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. His beautiful thing is that, you know, you talk crap, it'll come back to you. It'll come sooner or later, it's gonna come back to you. It's only a matter of time. The only thing that can stop it is if you die before it comes back to you. But, you know, otherwise, other than that, it's coming back to you. And it's landing straight in your face.
Raph, are you familiar with it's fine if you aren't, but I'm just curious. Are you familiar with U.S. law at all? Are you familiar with the Miranda rights?
A little bit. I'm not to legal levels, but a little bit. Miranda rights. You have to be told by the police when they're arresting you. They have to give you your Miranda rights over there.
Right. If they don't read you your Miranda rights, technically you can be released just off that alone.
Yes.
So yeah, police get in a lot of trouble if they don't do that. But in the very first part of the Miranda rights is anything you say can and will be used against you.
Yes.
And
carry on. Sorry.
Here in the YTBC, we're pretty unforgiving.
Especially when the person's talking pure crap.
Exactly.
Pure crap.
I mean,
I'm sorry. Pure crap. Pure crap.
It is. And like, if you don't believe me, just ask Deontay Wilder how unforgiving we are. Because remember, he made that whole thing about about how a true champion, when they lose, they come back. That's how they become a 2-time champ, a 3-time champ. And then when AJ lost, he completely just kicked him while he was down because he took a loss. Then he goes and he loses himself.
He's a bum.
And you know what's funny? Here's the poetic justice in that. And this will come back to Billy Joe, but I just couldn't help but to think about this.
Yeah.
AJ now is that great 2-time champion that Wilder was talking about. And Wilder still has yet to regain his title.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, be careful what you say, because it definitely can come back to haunt you. You know, you want to. That's why it's best to try your best to act with integrity. Now, nobody's perfect. Naturally, you're probably going to contradict yourself here and there.
Yeah.
But overall, if you try to act with integrity, people will respect you for it and will be a little bit more forgiving. But when you're like very boastful and you're so like willing to kick others when they're down, And then when you find yourself in the same situation, people tend to not be as forgiving in those circumstances.
Straight up and down. When you're talking all that ish and end up in an ambulance. Has anybody seen an x-ray of his mind? He swollen eye? There's some x-rays going around, but they are not necessarily his x-rays. They're just an x-ray of such an injury. What it look like.
Might be Kell Brooks.
Yeah, it might be Kell Brooks. Damn, it might be Kell Brooks. Billy's a victim of his own standards, not his own standards, of his own bull s, of his own BS. Because clearly he didn't mean what he said, because he did the opposite. You know what I'm saying? He did the opposite, so it didn't mean what he said. What's saying on here? Billy's face, you didn't need an x-ray. His face was concave. OMG. And shout out to Cliff Bailey up in here. Okay, follow me on Twitter, folks. Follow me on Twitter, on Facebook. And hit that subscribe button, hit that like button over here. Okay, as we move on, we ain't done, because we're gonna look at some of the other fights on the card. And of course, we're gonna have to have a look at what happened to Billy's dad, Tom. There was an incident, and it would be remiss of me if I didn't speak on it. Okay, Billy Joe brought this on himself. Hell yeah. When you're that guy who likes to talk that ish, then you gotta get it come back. And there's a lot of other people in the press. I'm gonna be watching them. I'm gonna see who hat on Dubois, and they're gonna have to ish on Billy Joe too. And those who don't will be named and shamed. They will be named and shamed. I've muted your mic, Red Glove. When you want to come in, just unmute yourself, my friend. I was saying what we're looking at now. What they're looking better on the pads. Will he be able to move from simulator pads to a real fight? Well, we'll have a look at that at the end of the show if we got time for that. Yeah, otherwise I'll make that into a video. He's a born liar. Let me see them x-rays. Let me see them x-rays. There we go. It ain't standards. It's bull-ish. He probably only needs a steak for his eye. Yeah, just give him a steak. Give him a damn steak. Swelling. Preferably Mexican beef. Hey, put a few magic mushrooms on that as well. Okay.
Hey, Canelo might be able to lend him some computerized beef, you know.
Well, that's always mean the Mexican beef, you know. That's the treated beef, you know what I mean? And if you want super treated meat, you just ask them for, you got any donkey? You got the donkey meat? That's the prime. Now that when you get the donkey meat, that thing comes wet. That thing comes wet. That's how much of the substances, or as Chris Eubank would say, it's full of substances. It's full of substances. You don't want that. Okay, John D. Lee up in the building. At the end of the day, Billy has called Brooke, AJ, and Daniel quitters. So it doesn't really matter. You reap what you sow. He has had his whole card pulled. OMG. Joe Fraser fought blind for a few rounds. Yeah, not recommended. What's going on here? Tony Bellew was another one. It was quick to pile on. Dubois. Tom Saunders showed his back foot game. He was doing okay. I like what he was doing. At the time, watching live, I thought he might have been edging it overall. Rewatching it, no, I went the other way. It was just 3 rounds. Round 1, round 4, and round 5. Those are the 3 rounds I had for Saunders. Okay.
Well, now he might want to practice his backpedaling game because With those comments and the way that fight ended, he's gonna need to do some backpedaling now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. What's this here? Ruben Guerrero. Ain't heard from him at all. Ruben Guerrero. What did Ruben Guerrero say? Ben, you've been very quiet. Yeah, straight up and down. Joe Frazier fought with one eye his whole professional career, injured, winning Olympic gold. Lord have mercy. Dave Allen called Triple D a quitter. Now he's trying to coddle Billy, and Dave Allen quit against. Damn. There's so many contradictions, so many paradoxes. Carl Frampton usually has lots to say in these situations too. Uncastrated Mexican beef. Oh Lord. Uncastrated Mexican donkey. Lordy. Put a juicy beef on the eye. He's on about his dad. OMG. I bet he runs from a Joshua fight. Inactivity gets you. Hell yeah, it does. Khalil coming with the tunes. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to get off this tip. Walking on the moon. I don't know what they're talking about now. The only person who has a pass for calling Daniel as a quitter is Dillian, as Daniel had a lot to say about his Povetkin loss. That's a good point. Daniel was a bit cheeky when Dillian lost. So yeah, Dillian had the right to come back at him. Absolutely, and he did, didn't he? He did in a big way. Okay. Smooth transition, really? Smooth transition? Did I do a smooth transition right there? Security guy did what he was supposed to do with Tommy Saunders. Access denied. Oh, I get it now. Billy Joe Saunders' dad telling Canelo, you like the beef? Was like the nail in Billy Joe's coffin. Well, yeah, his dad said the juice. Security did a good job. Give that man a pay rise. Dang. I think people are they're leading me in the direction they want to see me go. And you know what? We got a few fights. I want to mention. I saw them over the weekend. I want to talk about them for a second. But the people have spoken, and they're nudging me. You know, it's like when your dog walks to the front door and sits down and just looks at you. You know exactly what it means. It means that he or she, they want to go out. Let's go for a walk. Come on. Let's go for a walk. Come on. Okay. It looks like they've gone to the door and they've sat down. So, okay, let's go for a walk then. Let's go for a walk. Where's the video? I know exactly what you want to see. Where is it? Where is the video? I know exactly where it is. Why am I acting like I don't know where it is when I know where it is? I know exactly where it is. It's the last video I did. How hard can it be to find the last video you did? It's right, staring you right in the face, Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, hit that super chat button. If you're happy and you know it, wave your hands or whatever. Okay. So how am I going to show this? Why don't I just show it from the other place? Why don't I just bring this down and show it from the other place? Okay, drop that down. Go back. Back again. Damn it. I wish I could do this thing like a one-click thing. I wish this thing was like a one-click thing. You just do one click and boom, it comes up. Big difference for the fighter's psyche. Hold on, what happened there? Well, no one knows publicly. Okay, I'm not going to get into that. I answered that on Twitter. The answer is there. Oh, here it is. Okay. Shizzle my nizzle. Let's pause that and let me share that with you. The people of the Comeback Radio. Hey, stay humble, stay hungry. Stay humble, stay hungry. Okay. So let's press. Who's this? Who did I just see there? Who did I just see there? Cliff Bailey. Cliff Bailey, I think I just mentioned you before, or did you just come in? Can we talk Josh Kelly? When does he get a world title crack? Josh Kelly? Damn. Josh Kelly. Okay, hold on a second. Smooth transition. Okay, all right, we're good. Let me share this with you. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, let's go. Let's get some volume on this. Let's turn the volume down on this. Let's get a little bit of volume. Okay, right here. Let me talk you through this. Can you see what I can see? Okay. So right down here, this is the back of Tom Saunders, father of Billy Joe. Okay, let's go. And over here, hopefully you can see my cursor. Let me wave it around a bit faster. Right there. Over there is a security guard. He's going to become acquainted with very, very shortly. Clearly, he would have been weighing up the situations. Right there, he's got to get past that guy. Okay, let's go. What's going on here? Okay, so there he goes. He's made his decision. He's looked to the left. He's looked to the right. And now he's going to go. Look. Boom. Cocked to leg. Looked around. Cocked to leg. Boom. Look. Left, right, left again. Boom. He's going for it. Stealth level. High. Oh, drops down a little bit. Probably got a little bruising because of that. But okay. Security guard sees him coming. It took too long. Okay. Open hands. No. Got to go back, my friend. Got to go back. But Tom did not do that. What does he do? Pushes forward. That was a mistake, Tom. You don't do that. Lucky he was an American cop. You'd have got shot. You got popped if it was a cop when you tried that. Oh, there. Hey. Woo. Dang. Oh, left, right, left again. Look, left again. There you go. Hops the. Are you seeing this? Red
I
glove?
see this.
Okay. I'm just showing it to you so you can see. Did you see it before?
Yeah, where the guy I saw where he jumped over the chair, kind of looked like he fell a little bit, and then he pushed the security guard, and then got pushed into another dimension. That dude pushed him off. He pushed him all the way to California. Look at this.
Boom. Pushed him from whence he came.
Is that Tyson Fury right there?
That's Tyson Fury right there. Come on with it. On left, right, left again. Go on. Nobody will save it. Oops, fell down. Hey. One, two, three.
Wow.
And yeah, because he was pushing the security guys. If you're gonna push, you say, "What the hell are you doing? Gonna have to push back." This poor little guy here tried to make the first attempt, didn't make it. Legs are too short. One, two, three.
Man, we'll say one thing in his defense. One thing.
Yeah.
And that is, you got to keep in mind, we are talking about his son. So I kind of get it.
Hey,
but
we all get it. It's his son.
Yeah.
He's concerned. But there's a problem. He doesn't have a permit to go where he wants to go. He's going to have to wait.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody's saying he's wrong for wanting to see his son with a busted eye. But there's ways and means to do everything, Red Glove.
I was about to say that I mean, would he have gotten in there as fast as he wanted to?
Yeah.
No, but he damn near ended up getting his own orbital bone broken, right? like he should have tapped one of them on the shoulder and said, "Look, that's my son.
Yes.
Can you let me in, or who do I got to talk to to get in closer? Because I want to make sure my son's okay."
Absolutely.
I know it ain't easy because it's loud. You're in an arena. There's 70,000 people in attendance. I know it's not easy, but you got to try to balance like your emotions with being what's rational.
Yes. 100%. So let's just continue along. Oh, boom. Hey.
Look at what Iron Kong said. He said, Black Gandalf said, none, said none shall pass.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Sorry, guys, but it's simply too much security guard. Oh, hell no. Oh, no. There's simply too many. The security guy got pushed hard in the back as well. Oh, somebody pushed him in the back. Okay, well, that's out of line. That's bang out of line.
What you had is a man trying to do his fatherly duty. You had another man who is doing his actual job he's getting paid to do.
Yeah.
So I get it, but yeah, you're right. He definitely should have tried to go through the proper channels. It's one of those things. I mean, he couldn't have. I mean, it is his son. Billy Joe couldn't get him like some kind of pass that would have got him close to.
That's what I'm saying. They're getting paid a few million. You're telling me he couldn't got him a ringside seat?
Yeah,
he couldn't got him a ringside seat. Just shelled out a couple grand. You know what I'm saying? Get a little bit closer to the action. Security had their orders. Absolutely. I didn't like Tom Saunders' footwork. Didn't like his footwork. You know something? When a man reaches a certain age, and I'm not mocking anybody's age because, hey, my 21st birthday was a few years ago, so I'm not mocking people's age, but I've seen it so many times. You go out on the football field, it's a soccer, and there's a guy who hasn't played for 10 years or 5 years, but and he's running. And he's running, and I know full well that at some point he's going to tip over because he doesn't know where his center of gravity is. And sure enough, you just see them running as fast as they can, and then you see them lose it, and they're just going to be a big splat. And that's all about footwork and not understanding that beer gut that you've been developing for the last 10 years. It's altered your balance. Shizzle, there's been a shift. But in comes the man like the Iron Kong. It's the return.
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, let me take it from the TOP. Let me go.
Yeah.
Hey.
Get your backside. Move your backside.
Oh, yeah.
Raph, that looked like some American football going on there.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm doing it. I don't know what it means, bro. I hear the guys do it. One. I don't know what it means. So I just do
Rafi.
Yeah.
Rafi, I mean, I see Mike Coppinger. I saw this before Mike Coppinger. Mike Coppinger was like, oh, that's totally out the line. And you had other people saying how, it was a bit rough. That security guy has to deal with 70,000 drunk people, probably.
Exactly.
He's right now. This is the most ticklish part of the whole thing. The fight's over. People are excited. You don't know what's gonna happen. So your head is on a swivel. You don't know what's happening. This dude, This dude runs up on you. You're like, excuse me, sir, stop. And he pushes the security. You know what's funny though?
I think the security got pushed 2 times. I never realized because pushed by Tom. He's got no man as Tom. And then later I realized that a next guy comes and pushes him from the back. One of the team Saunders. I didn't realize that before. But watch this. Carry on talking anyway.
But these guys have been after trouble for a while, right? Remember Canelo's team walking through, Canelo and his team walking through, and this guy's like, give us the ring, grow some bollocks. And that's when, Canelo told him that there was peas, right?
Yeah.
And then this dude was like, oh, come back here, I'll bust you up, I'll do this, I'll do that. Then there was another video of Tom Saunders in the lobby. This is like fight day or something. And he goes out to see the crowd. The crowd outside sees him and starts booing. He morphs like and said, oh, these people are so disrespectful. All we've been is kind to these people and respectful to everybody, but they don't like our kind. But that's okay because it's 12 of us here and we'll have them all. I was like, really? You don't have who all? Yeah, it's an IFL video of him like, it's 12 of us here and we'll have them all. We'll have the lot of them. I was like,
really? So
y'all looking for trouble.
That's a lot of confidence.
So y'all geeked up. Y'all geeked up then.
That's a lot of confidence.
So he got that sumo splat there, that Yokozuna push, and let he hold that. Did he quit on the floor? Did he quit? Could he see?
Well, so interestingly, I see another one of the Saunders guys. He's going to come in trying to push the security guy. And if you watch right now, I didn't see this before, but watch right now. But he misses. The security guy sees him out of his peripheral vision, and he steps back. And the Saunders guy, you're going to see him flop over in between Fury's head and Tom. Well, yeah, everybody mute your mics, please. So you're going to see him flop in between this area here as he rushes in. He tried to clatter the security guy, but he failed miserably. Watch this. Boom. You just saw him for half a second there. You just saw him on the right-hand side. He's going to fall over here. Watch out. He's going to run in. And boom. Fell over. Boom. There he is. There's the wretch. Hold on. Where is he? Where's the wretch? Where is he? There he goes. There he goes. He falls over. He was trying to clatter the... Hey, I tell you what. Whew, you're going to need eyes in the back of your head. You need eyes in the back of your head. Security trying to keep the damn thing in order, and this brown-haired guy here, he's jumping around like a little girl till he gets pushed back. Okay, and Tyson Fury's here. And some idiot comes up, wants to shake his hand while he's in the middle of some kind of looking out for one of his guys. Okay. And that was that. Can't really keep up with the chat. But who we got in here? We got the UCG Flame. UCG Flame, how do you do?
What's up, Raphael? UGC Flame. What's going on? Red Glove, UGC, Iron Cone.
My bad.
What up, Black? What's up, Black?
What up, Black?
Yeah, man. Come on in, you UGC Flame. Talk the thing.
Yeah, I was looking at the footage. So Team Saunders kind of got slapped up after the fight.
Well, they lost in the ring and out of the ring. The son lost in the ring, and unfortunately, he's gonna have to hear that his dad lost out of the ring. It's just one of them things, man. It's wins and losses.
I'll put you to this way. Saunders got spanked on one cheek and got the other cheek broke. And then one generation of Saunders got stopped on a stool. The other one got stopped. Another generation of Saunders got stopped on the floor. It was not a good day for your last name to be Saunders on Saturday night. I'll put you to that way.
It was not a good day to be a Saunders, but hold on a second. What's the name of that guy who owns the AT&T Stadium over there in Texas? What's
Jerry Jones.
Oh, it's Jerry Jones. Oh, damn. I thought it was Jerry Saunders. I thought there might be some redemption. I thought there might be some redemption. I thought his name was Saunders. I was trying to look for a way out. Couldn't find one. It's just a couple of L's. Hey, you know, every day is not a W. It's not a W every day. Some days you just got to hold an L. And unfortunately for my guys over there, the gypsy spell that Tom Saunders said was on, it was overruled by the Latin witchcraft by the name of Santeria. Santos told me that. Santeria, something like that. Santeria overpowered the gypsy spell. How you like them apples?
They said it was 73,000 people in there, huh?
73,000 people up in there, tucked up in there in that COVID stew.
Yeah.
I'd have kept my ass at home.
Man called it a COVID stew.
COVID stew, man.
COVID shepherd's pie. Terrible.
I haven't even started going back to pubs yet. They say you can go on.
I wonder how many new COVID patients they're gonna have coming out of there.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, the corona is flowing, and I'm not talking about the alcohol. I'm not talking about the
OMG, the corona. You know, back in the day, it's bad to make light of it, but back in the day, they used to have some slimming pills. You know what they were called?
What was it called?
AIDS.
Oh wow!
That's the real sleep.
That was before. That was before the illness came about. Mm-hmm. And they had a slimming pill called it was slimming. Some nonsense because my mom used to have it, but it was like something, the meal replacement thing, and it was called AIDS. And then the real AIDS came around, and I ain't seen them people around in a while. Where's the flu gun? People going out for a drink. COVID hoax, 94% survival. Damn, I could get taken down for that shiznix. They don't like you to say that, whether it's true or not.
Blasphemy, right?
They don't like you to say that. No. Timothy misunderstands. Timothy, what I'm saying is that there was a meal replacement thing called AIDS before the medical condition came around. And then the medical condition came around, and I guess they changed that on the quick fast. James Jameson says 100% facts. Hey, it ain't a question of what's facts or not. It's a question of what these people will allow. You know, to say you can say this, you can't say that, and India's messed up right now. Yeah. So is India a hoax? Okay. So
don't get dragged into that, Rafi.
No, I ain't gonna get dragged in. I ain't gonna get dragged in.
Let's stick on the Billy Joe Saunders slander.
Well, I think we're gonna have to move after Billy Joe now because we've given him 1 hour, 38 minutes and 14 seconds.
Don't disappoint Iron Cone like that.
And slandering. Say that again.
I said, don't disappoint Iron Cone like that. You trying to move on?
No. Iron Cone said he's filled. He just wants desserts. He just wants dessert. But he's at his fill. He's at his 2 courses. But the dessert's gonna be. Before I forget, we're gonna talk about a few of, because I've done that. I've done Billy Joe. I've done his dad, Billy Joe and his dad, and so we're gonna have to look at real smooth like. We're gonna bring that down. Stop sharing that. And how am I going to do this, Shiznix? How am I going to do this? Oh, yeah, I know I'm going to do it. Too many windows open. I'm confusing my own damn self. Excuse me, bro. I need to go somewhere to pull up what I need to pull up. And where is that? Oh, yeah, it's right over here. No, it ain't that. It's the other one. Okay.
I think Billy Joe said he couldn't see, huh? That was his excuse. It's just like
he said it 2 times. He said it 2 times. He went back to his stool and he said, I can't see. And then that's the first thing he said. And then what's his name? Mark Tibbs gave him the option. He said, well, try it for another round. This is what Eddie Hearn said. Try for another round. And he said, I can't see. So when you say you can't see, what happens? What's the next thing that happens? When you as a fighter,
Fight gets stopped.
the fight gets stopped. I was saying that earlier on, and somebody's trying to argue with me saying you're wrong.
Fight gets stopped.
Fight gets stopped because you wasn't listening earlier on, and you didn't know what happened earlier on, but you know when a fighter says to any official, I can't see, the fight gets stopped.
You ain't never supposed to say I can't in that corner, man.
Yeah.
Can you see? I can't. Oh, okay. The fight's over.
Yeah. Fight's over. Fight's over. Very simple. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. But let me open this up.
You said OPI.
Yeah, let me open this up.
And you know, people have been pointing out that Ebony Bridges, you know, she fought to a decision loss. And her eye looked worse.
Yeah.
You know, you see like cases like that famous picture of Hasim Rockman with where he looked like he had a whole nother head on his eye.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He had a head on his eye.
And fans, they tend to remember those things, and they think, you know, it's not a good look for you, and it doesn't look that bad. Like I said, I think it is the right choice. You know, live to fight another day.
It's the right choice. Let's not get it twisted. Yeah. The only reason we're only going in on Billy Joe is because of what he said about Daniel Dubois when he talked that jazz. He talked all that jazz. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? It comes back. What goes around comes around. Or what comes around whatever. Whichever way you want to put it. You can't flap your gums like that and expect that you're going to get away scot-free. Hey, there comes a day when the piper needs to get paid.
Does he come back from this, Rafi?
Well, if he's smashed up like he says he's smashed up, as bad as he might be smashed up. Well, we don't know the severity. Well, we've heard that it's broken in 3 places. If that shiznick is broken in 3 places, then there's a possibility that his career is over.
Supposedly he had
Daniel Dubois, his career might be over. We don't know yet. We're gonna have to wait and see. What are you saying, Red Glove?
Supposedly he was in surgery yesterday. That's what I heard.
Supposedly he was in surgery. I hope the surgery went well, and I hope we see him come back. But then if we look at Kell Brook has never been the same.
So Gypsies are 1-1 on American soil.
Is that it? 1-1 on American soil? He's 1-1 last one on American soil.
Fury 1-1. The other Gypsy lost.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Rafi.
Yeah.
I didn't catch what you were saying, but I did see Billy Joe post on his social media. He says he got a broken eye socket and cheekbone broken in 3 places.
Wow.
So that's what he said.
He fucked up. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So he got a busted cheek as well.
Yep. Cheekbone busted.
Guy's cheek busted.
Canelo.
Pause.
Canelo hit that dude with a mallet.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Broken in three places. I broke my leg in 3 places: Southampton, Portsmouth, and okay, nice joke.
Hey, Raph, I'm out and about, and I need to get some stuff done, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off. That way, I'm not. I know you hear the background and all that, so I don't want to mess the show up. But thanks for having me. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that subscribe button, and also big ups to my 2 other friends here on the panel, Iron Kong and UGC Flame, aka Black Horseman Promotions. These are good dudes as well. But yeah, y'all have a good one. Peace.
Hey, much appreciation goes out to the Red Glove Militant. He's got his own shiznicks. You know, don't be afraid to go check him out. Okay, so that's the Red Glove Militant. So you know what? Let's get straight on and talk about the couple of other fights on the card. There's a couple of other fights on the card, and I think I've got them saved up here. Okay, so what we're looking at? Soto versus, what was that guy's name? Takayama. Anybody see that fight?
The Takayama fight, right?
Yeah, I did see it.
Yeah. You want to talk about that? You You want to talk about that UGC flame?
Yeah, Takayama was the little one, right? The
The little
105.
one. The little thin
Japanese,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Takayama's
he's
the
good.
little thin guy from Japan,
He
Oriental
like a
guy.
yeah,
And
he like a thrift. He like a thrift store Manny Pacquiao. He got his ass whooped, man.
Yeah.
Real good in there. You know, he was trying his best though. He had heart, and that big head was taking all of them shots, but it was too many shots. Both of them, both of their defense was horrible.
Yes.
Horrible.
Terrible.
And that's what I noticed. But he had horrible defense. He took too many shots.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And
They
the
called
ref
it off.
there was a controversy about the ref stopping that fight. There was controversy about the ref stopping that fight. I can't remember. It was one of the latter rounds, and he just stepped in and just waved it. He just stepped in and waved it like he had a date. Like,
I gotta go eat now. So
looked at his
yeah.
watch and said, "Damn, I gotta get that sushi. I gotta go over to that raw sushi over there.
I'm gonna go get that COVID soup, man.
Hey, I want to eat in a COVID restaurant." So he just waved it off. Just waved it off. He's like, "Okay, this is enough. I'm come." What do you think about the ending? Did you see the ending?
You mean with the ref, or the ref stopped it?
Yeah, the ref just waved it off.
I think the ref should allow the guy to fight. I mean, Soto, in my opinion, I don't think he that good. Like he just looked like he was just winging shots, just throwing big
He's
shots.
trash. Yeah.
He don't look like he knew how to set nothing up.
No.
So it looks to me like he's the type of guy, if he can't stop you, he can't box with you. Because from what I understand, if I understood correctly, Takayama was actually coming up in weight and was off
Correct.
of fighting for like years.
Correct.
So this guy isn't even supposed to be at that weight and was inactive for how much ever years?
Well, he's been inactive in the professional ranks. She's been trying out for the Olympics, because now you can go from being a professional boxer to go to the Olympics, which is a bit ridiculous, but whatever. So he's been training in the amateur game, and it's coming back now. It's just ridiculous. The whole thing's absurd, ridiculous, ludicrous. Call it whatever you want to do, but referee was So Soto, for the people who didn't see the fight, Soto is a kind of heavy puncher for the weight, minimum weight, heavy puncher for the weight. He's kind of muscular for the weight, so he comes down clearly. Comes down.
He reminded me of a lesser talent, JoJo Diaz.
Yeah,
That's what he was reminding me of a
he even
little
looks like him. He even looks like JoJo Diaz in the face. He reminds me of JoJo Diaz.
Yeah, the build. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He reminds me of JoJo Diaz for real. Less talented JoJo Diaz. Talking about Soto. So yeah, he don't set nothing up. He's just he's a heavy puncher for the weight, it seems. And but he didn't seem to be troubling Takayama too much. But he's troubling him enough. He's taking too much shots, though, to be fair. So I'm not totally against what the referee did. I just thought it was a little bit unfortunate. What's going on? Who's talking to who? Who's talking to who? So you know how that. Who's talking to who? I don't know who the hell. Plumber, you on Twitter? I can post you some links. Yo, guys, I hope there's no beef going on.
Nah, they having the COVID debate as usual.
Okay. Well, you carry on with that then. You carry. If it ain't boxing, then hey, I'm not concerned. You two carry on with that thing. Then.
Hey, that was that comment though. Yeah, man, that other fight with Frank Sanchez, the Frank Sanchez opponent.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Bro.
I haven't seen it. It's ridiculous because I got.
Oh, you didn't see that?
I got the zone right here. How could I not have seen that? But I heard it was some crazy shiznick, some fall down business.
Yeah.
Some theatrical nonsense.
And the Oscar goes to.
Yeah.
That man. Yo.
Talk about it, Kong. Talk about it.
Nah, it just looked like this dude was like, I think he realized after, well, okay, I can't beat this dude in a boxing match.
Yeah.
So here's what I gonna do. I gonna try to put on an act in front of all these people, because before Sanchez threw a punch and hit him like on the air, and he's complaining to the ref like the guy who fought Floyd, Victor. Is it Victor Ortiz?
Yeah.
Ortiz.
When Victor Ortiz was complaining to the ref and Floyd punched him in the mouth, just like that's the same thing Frank Sanchez did, right?
Yeah.
So then after that, he just kept complaining, oh, Sanchez hitting him behind the head, and then Frank did this looping. It wasn't even a punch. Like, it was supposed to be a punch, but it didn't connect as a punch. It just kind of like he missed and hooked his hand behind the dude's head, and the dude just fell down.
Yeah, man. I
I
don't know which one was worse, that one or Javier Vertuna's acting job. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Remember when he fought what's the dude from Chicago? Adrian Granados.
Yeah.
And he fell all out of the ropes like he was really.
Yeah.
That shit was, man.
That dude, let me tell you something. You can't have people like that back fighting for you again. This dude came in, he's like, look, I can't beat this dude. So I gotta put on an act, get him disqualified. Right? It was ridiculous. It was just ridiculous.
Okay. So we talked about them two, and I'm back in the squeaky chair. Let me see what's left, what's crack-a-lacking. Okay, we still have not received the sponsor for the show, but it's okay. Maybe it's because of the COVID and people are kind of depressed in the purse. Okay, so it's fine. But you know, you have watched a great show. You have had great guests. You have had great guests, so it ain't no fault of the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. You've been served with some delightful fare. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing lacking over here. Remember that. Okay. So let's get to where are we? Let me share that again. Let me see what I'm looking for. Okay, so we've looked at Soto. Oh yeah, this one then. Cissokho versus what is it? Conlon? Yeah, that's it.
Conway.
Yeah.
I saw from that fight. I mean, I woke up firstly. The only reason I saw this fight was because I woke up too early. So let's get that straight. I didn't wake up for that fight. I woke up too early by accident. That's why I saw this fight. Let's not get it twisted. I didn't wake up early deliberately. So that's why I saw Cissokho versus Conlon. But I tell you what, this Cissokho guy, I like his footwork. His punch selection, I hear, is better than he displayed last night or Saturday night, 2 nights ago. But his footwork was marvelous. He would lead. Hey, many a heavyweight many a boxer can learn from Cissokho, because he would lead his opponent. He would lead them in a direction that he wanted to go in, and they'd follow him. Then he'd come back a little bit, and then they'd go in the opposite direction, clearing the way for him to carry on in the direction he went in first. And he consistently did that. Go right a little bit, the boxer follows him, comes left a little bit, and then that creates the space for him to go right again, which is where he wants to go in the first place. So really and truly, I have to say his footwork is the thing. Cissokho, however you pronounce that, Cissokho, his footwork is what I really, really enjoy. There's something, everybody's got something you can enjoy, and with Cissokho, it was his footwork. It was the thing of beauty. His punch selection wasn't too great, or wasn't as broad as it usually is, so I'm told. But hey, that footwork, I love that footwork. And he was beating Conlon handily. But then Conlon unleashed. Was it a right? Unleashed a right and dropped him. It didn't even drop him immediately. It just kind of had him folded over, and everybody kind of stopped like, what's going on? He'd been winning every round, winning every minute of every round. And all of a sudden he's just folded over. And then he takes a knee. And then eventually he gets back up, but it was a long count because people didn't know what was going on. It was so against the grain of the fight that people were surprised. So he got a bit of a long count, and then he came back a bit more tentatively. And I think that was in the 8th round or the 9th round. And I think it was going a 10-round fight. Well, it couldn't have been because it was a championship fight. But whatever it was. I think it was a couple of rounds before the end of the fight, and Cissokho got his composure back and then saw out the fight. What did you see that fight, Icon? Did you see that fight?
My bad. Yeah, I did see the fight actually, and they tried to rob Cissokho on the first card, giving the fight to one judge gave the fight 97-92 to Conlon. I was like, what?
The scoring's outrageous.
This man scolded Conway, scolded him, right? The only problem is, I don't know if Cissokho is too small for 154 or Conway is too big. Because if you watch the fight, they don't look like they're in the same weight class.
Totally different. Look like three weight classes difference.
I'm telling you, Conway looked gigantic in that ring. I was like, what? What's happening here? Who?
Crazy.
I mean, this is a 154 fight. It just didn't make sense. But I was saying, like,
I must have rehydrated like a wrestler.
How do you rehydrate up to that?
I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. He must have been down. He must have been skeletal. He must have been skeletal, or maybe Cissokho just coming in at his walk around weight, like the old school.
Yeah, maybe that's just his regular weight. Maybe he's not really cutting too much.
Yeah,
you know, he just the weight he loses, what he loses in normal training camp. He's not cutting or nothing like that. Seems just like normal. You know, it's just really strange. It looked like two people who don't belong in that weight class. One is too small and one is too big.
It's crazy. It's
okay?
Totally crazy.
But Conway, I was saying, like, Conway is wasting his time trying to box this dude on the outside. He's clearly better than you boxing. Why are you not trying to use this size that you rehydrated up to try and lean on him and bully him, and you know what I mean? So it was like you're sitting on the outside trying to box somebody who's clearly better technically and faster than you. It don't make no sense to me. And then when I saw the ref give that 97, not the ref, sorry, the judge give it 97-92 to Conway, I was like, nah, man.
Mad.
I was like, wow, y'all tried to rob this guy. Wow.
It was crazy. I mean, you have to talk about it. How the hell could that one judge be so totally out of tune, not just only with the other judges, but with the fight? Some of these judges, they need to be held to account. They need to be held to account because this is crazy now. This is crazy now. Oh gosh, these guys are going crazy in the chat. They ain't even talking boxing no more. They're talking about something else. Oh gosh, I don't. One time that would drive me nuts, but now I'm past it. I just keep on talking about boxing. They don't talk what they want to talk about. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button.
I see you got 4 thumbs down.
Yeah, brutalized. It must be some Saunders lovers. Some Saunders lovers.
It's probably Tom, Billy, Matt, Tibbs, and Penfold.
What's going on here? Oh, Partisan. Okay, they're still talking about the other thing. Okay. Well, you guys you're managing yourselves now. What else is there? What's this here? Anyway. Saunders relations and lovers. Not just his relations, he's got some lovers out there. But yo, if you give it, you're gonna have to take it, and he's gonna get some more. This ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over because we're gonna have to be looking at the culprits. Who agreed with Saunders, his ilk, and should apologize. He should apologize. Hey guys, could you please keep it polite? I know the people are combative. I know it's called the combat radio, but can you be polite with each other? Can you just be polite with each other? Okay, I ain't gonna talk about that no more. What else do I need to talk about? I've talked about the aftermath. This is the aftermath. BJ Saunders busted cheek. Yep, talked about that. Cheek got busted by Canelo. Father assaulted, covered that. Canelo victorious. Haven't really talked about that. Okay, we've talked about Sanchez. We've talked about Cissokho. We've talked about Soto. Haven't really talked about Canelo, though. We haven't talked about Canelo. So let's talk about Canelo for a little bit. Canelo, he did a good job. You know, I had reservations about Canelo. You know, the things that, you know, he's done some naughty things. He has been pumped for PED usage. And that's a fact. That's a fact. However, you know what? I still got to give him credit. He keeps on beating up these guys. He keeps on beating up these guys, and he's not weight draining these guys now. He stopped the weight draining thing. So without the weight draining thing, and hopefully without the peds, I got to give him his due. I got to give him his due. Plus, he's talking English now, so we can relate to him a little bit better. I'm feeling better about Canelo. I'm feeling better about Canelo. What about you?
I like that he's trusting his English more, even though, you know, I had to put somebody in the place the other day on Twitter saying, oh, you know, he's speaking English now, and alluding to the fact to his intelligence. And I keep telling people, speaking English is not a measure of your intelligence. English is his second language. So if he's in an interview, he's going to want to express himself in his first language so he can do it better, in a much more richer and nuanced way. You know, every language has its nuances that you might not get if it's not the first language, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I like that he's trusting it more so people can more understand him, and he gets to say what he wants to say without an interpreter. He can speak for himself.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing. And maybe he's following Eddie Hearn's lead, where, remember, with Oscar basically pandered more to his people, Mexican people, and that's it. Eddie Hearn has a more global outlook. So Canelo speaking English, he's with an English promoter, helps him more if Eddie decides to, you know what, can I put Canelo in the new Tottenham Stadium, the new, you know, probably put him in Wembley. It'll help. It'll help if we bring Canelo over here and put him on one of these radio shows. It'll help. It helps a lot. So that's not a bad thing. In terms of his weight drain, I'm glad he stopped that. I'm glad he's not asking nobody to do no catch weights and all that nonsense. So it's great for him, man. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm glad he's just doing what he's supposed to do, and he's beating these dudes' backside. No excuses. You just get this work, and that's it.
Yeah, and James Jameson says Duran doesn't speak English. Never stopped him. No, it never stopped him. Didn't stop him. But
no, it didn't stop him. But when you can do it, it helps. It's not like if I go to Mexico or Spain to live, it would certainly help if I would learn some Spanish.
100%. I mean, it's helped Canelo. I believe it's helped Canelo because it helps more people relate to him. I couldn't relate to him. I didn't know what his personality type was. You know, he's just his little pit bull head. Just saw him in his little pit bull head, and that was it. But now he's talking. And it's helping people to relate to him more. What's the Spanish for I bust his eye socket? Yeah, I love you very much. I think it's something like that. Okay, so I think Canelo talking English. I think more it's down to Eddie Hearn. Canelo, I'm going to come to you in a second, H Money. Canelo, that show at the beginning, which so many people have said they enjoyed, that's down to Eddie Hearn. Because Eddie Hearn said the strange thing that Canelo said to him is that he's never really had a proper ring walk. So Eddie Hearn started giving him proper ring walks, started putting on a show. We saw the show. It was nice. I enjoyed it. The traditional Mexican outfit, etc., etc., etc. ¿Cómo estás? According to Google Translate, it is Li rompo la cocina del hoyo. li corrompo la cocina dell'ojo. That's the proper correct pronunciation as well. And yeah, people recognize, people realize the ring walk was epic. Boom, boom, boom. Would you say Callum Smith was more of a better fighter than Billy Joe Saunders? Callum Smith?
No.
Callum Smith lasted longer, but he didn't do nothing. At least Billy Joe was in the fight for a while, or at least appeared to be in the fight for a while. Some people had him up on their scorecards. Me, I was kind of heading that way myself. I gave him quite a few rounds. It looked kind of even, but when I rewatched the fight today, I thought I gave him more rounds than I did. I think I gave him 4 rounds when I watched it the first time around. Second time around, I thought, no, 3 rounds. I give you 3 rounds. But still, he had Canelo thinking. Mais bien. He had Canelo thinking. And so, yeah, he made it exciting. Some people thought he was ahead. He made it exciting. Having said that, watching it back, I'm not as enthused as I was watching it first time around. I think I got carried away. I thought Billy Joe was doing well, and I exaggerated it in my mind somehow. And so it appeared to be more than it actually was when I watched it second time around. Okay, so I think I've talked about everything I wanted to talk about, and it's just past the midnight hour. It's just past the midnight hour. So for anybody who has not already hit that like button, please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button. Hit all the good buttons. Okay. Am I even going to talk about, should I even talk about the Frank Warren thing? I think maybe.
Yes, brother. Yes, brother.
I should. But anyway, yeah. Good thing you spoke up there, H Money. Okay, talk, H Money. Come on in and say what you're saying, my friend.
Yes, it was a very big event this past Saturday, Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders. It was a big event, over 70,000 fans in attendance at Dallas Cowboys Stadium. That was big. The first time we had a crowd like that since the pandemic here in America. I feel like, we are headed towards the right path, and the country is now going to be open. I hope everybody took their vaccine so we can get back normal. You know what I mean?
No,
I'm serious.
Lord, H Money.
I'm serious.
Don't do that.
No.
This chat will crush you. No, I'm just warning you. Look at the chat. These people. Go ahead.
It's okay, brother. I got to speak the truth, because a lot of people
have you had your shot?
Yeah, I had my shots. I took both of the shots. It's been since 2 weeks, 3 weeks since I took those shots, and I feel better than ever. And I just want to say this, man. We got to get back to normal. We see what's going on in India. How many people are dying? How many people are sick in America? So many people died. Take the vaccine, please. That's what I want to say, so we can get back to normal. This is serious. This is not a game. Stop with the conspiracies. Oh, the vaccine is going to kill you. Bro, I took the vaccine and I'm okay. My mom took the vaccine and she's older and she's doing okay. So, just be careful. That's all. We all have families. We have to protect each other. That's what it's all about. Protecting the next person from this corona, because you might get sick and you might survive. You might be okay. But what about the next person that you might pass it on to? That's all I want to say. That's what I had to say about that. And it was a big event. I got to give credit to DAZN. I think DAZN, they're doing a great job with the production. Actually, they had a new camera. I don't know if you guys noticed that when the fighters are walking to the ring, it was
the
a
Super
new
HD.
camera.
The Super HD.
That was beautiful. That
looked crazy.
Beautiful.
I liked it. So DAZN is stepping their game up. I appreciate it, and I'm just looking forward to the big fights in the future in the sport of boxing. I'm just looking forward to the next fight. Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez for Undisputed. I can't wait for that fight. I'm leaning towards Josh Taylor. Let's go, Josh Taylor, baby. Let's do it. MTK Global, stand up. Let's do it. UK, stand up, baby. Josh Taylor, baby.
Okay, so Frank Warren. I don't know. Should we give the people the bonus even though we ain't got a sponsor for the show?
Yes, sir.
Iron Kong, should we give the people the bonus even though we ain't got a sponsor for the show?
I mean, hey, man, go ahead. If the people want it, go ahead. But it seems like the people more interested in talking. No, they mad at H Money for the COVID. Oh gosh.
All right.
Go ahead, though, man. Roll. Go ahead.
It's only because H Money's here and he is Mr. MTK now. He's gonna change his name from Mr. DAZN. It ain't even there no more. Look, he don't call himself Mr.
H Money Boxing. That's it.
It's H Money Boxing, and at some point I imagine H Money you're gonna put H Money MTK Boxing. Am I right?
Yeah, that'd be nice, huh? Thanks for the idea. H Money MTK Boxing. That's fire. And shout out to the brother Spencer Ferron. Shout outs to the whole MTK Global. They're doing a great job because they was a part of that event with Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders. So you get Matchroom Boxing together with MTK Global. It makes for a big event, I believe, Rafi.
Well, people want to hear about it. You're here, so it's only right. I mean, we ain't got a sponsor for the show, so if it was me, I'd shut it down now. But because you guys are here, okay, I will go. We will do it. We will do it, even though we ain't got a sponsor for the show. It's okay. We'll do it. Okay, so Tyson Fury Frank Warren has come out today and said that they're waiting for Tyson Fury's waiting for proof of funds in his bank account, but I don't think it's proof of funds because proof of funds doesn't go to your bank account. So I think he wants some. Frank Warren says he wants some proof in his bank account. So it seems to me like he's talking about he wants some money in his bank account right now as proof. He wants some money up front. He's talking like Frank Warren's talking like Tyson Fury wants some money up front. H-Money.
Yeah, I heard about this. I seen somebody made a video about it. I'm not too sure. I don't want to speak without knowledge. I haven't heard exactly what Frank Warren said. But pay the man. Eddie Hearn.
H-Money's baiting me into playing the actual thing. Okay.
Go ahead. Please play it for me.
So if that's where we at, even though we ain't got a sponsor for the show, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna look for that clip where there he is. Oh hell's bells. Let's have a look at this. Okay, let's have a look.
I've hardly made a mistake. It's the only time
Oh Lord, how the hell could the volume be so low? How the hell could you know what? There's nothing I can do. If they recorded it low, then it's just damn well low. So I'm gonna have to play it low. Hopefully you can hear it. Tell me if you can. After 10 seconds, tell me if you can hear it. Okay, let's go.
I ever responded to this, Dan, is when I've been asked a question. And every time I get asked a question, I say what the reality is. I'm then accused of being negative and I don't want to fight. And
could you hear that?
Yes, we hear it.
Okay. So I'll continue.
saying to a contract sign. And you can only sign a contract when all there to say to a contract. What is there to say to a contract sign? And you can only sign a contract when all the parties agree on it. And we've got a contract at the moment that all the parties don't agree on. And we've got a contract at the moment that Tyson Fury will not sign. And one of the things in that contract that will enable us to get over the hump is the guarantees. So if the guarantees are there, then it's not a problem. And that's where I'm not even getting down the road of saying where the fight's going to take place.
Okay, so Frank Warren's talking about guarantees. We want guarantees. The guarantees aren't there. Let's listen more.
We're now how many months on? 4 months on. We are getting an announcement. Well, until we agree to terms, until Tyson Fury, which is who we're with, until he's happy with the terms, it won't get signed, and he's not happy.
Give us an insight. Parties being agreed, but not actually what was expected.
He's signing for the amount is a guarantee for the amount of money that's being paid, and until somebody actually, until there is a until Tyson is satisfied that the money that's in that contract is guaranteed by a bank, then it ain't going to get signed.
So that's the
Okay. So the crux of the matter is, until Tyson Fury is satisfied that the guarantee that in the contract, let him say himself again.
Tyson is satisfied until Tyson is satisfied that the money that's in that contract is guaranteed by a bank, then it ain't going to get signed.
Until Tyson Fury is satisfied that the money in the contract is guaranteed, then it ain't gonna get signed. So he wants a guarantee that the money in the contract is guaranteed. So I'd rephrase that. Tyson Fury wants to know what the minimum is. What the minimum is, because the money in the contract, I guess that part of that would be a guarantee and part of that would be speculative. So they can't confirm that the optimal figure is a guarantee, because part of that money will be guaranteed and a part of it will be speculative. But Tyson Fury, but here's the thing: Tyson Fury is the man who said that money don't matter to him. He's got so much money already, the money don't matter to him, but he wants a guarantee. They're going to have to give him a guaranteed minimum figure. Guaranteed minimum figure. Okay, let's go to H-Mo 9.
Hey, you know, that's a part of the game. That's a part of business. As we know, Frank Warren is a Hall of Fame promoter. Frank Warren has made big fights in the past. He was a part of the big fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. So with that being said, it's up to Eddie Hearn to do his job, give Tyson Fury what he wants so we can make this undisputed fight. Eddie Hearn hasn't done his job yet. He hasn't made the fight happen. Why? Where's the money at? Why is there no guaranteed money? So what is this stuff that Eddie Hearn has been doing? Matter of fact, Eddie Hearn, he did an interview this past weekend with Fight Hype. And Eddie Hearn said it himself. Probably it's my fault the fight hasn't been announced yet. Eddie Hearn even admitted it. I want you to pull up that interview where Eddie Hearn said, it is my fault the fight hasn't happened. So
you think I'm a jukebox?
It was on Fight Hype.
You think I'm a jukebox?
Say it again.
You think I'm a jukebox?
No, not like that.
I know jukebox, bro.
No, not like that, Rafi. I didn't mean it like that. But all I'm saying is Eddie Hearn must send Tyson Fury the guarantee so we can make this fight happen. If not, it's just a whole lot of talk coming from Eddie Hearn's side. Tyson Fury was at the fight. He met up with Eddie Hearn. They had a meeting. He's trying his best to make this fight happen. It's up to Eddie Hearn to put this money up and make it happen, bro. We are waiting. You know, Tyson Fury is a fighter. Eddie Hearn must do the business. You know, Frank Warren, they must agree. But obviously, the fight, I mean, Eddie Hearn said the fight will be announced this week. He said it's 100%. So somebody must be lying. Obviously, Eddie Hearn's not telling us the truth.
Not really. Not really, man. What if he announces it this week?
So, I mean, I hope so, Rafi, so we can get the fight that we all want. I hope so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The Iron come.
Every time I see Frank Warren come out, it's always something, you know. No, I'm not here to tell you Frank Warren should not be dealing with his client's interests, right? But it's weird that Tyson Fury has two promoters, Hall of Fame promoters, like H Money said. But both of them seem to be saying different things. But remember, Bob Arum was also in on saying where the fight, when and where the fight could take place. Frank Warren is saying we haven't even talked about where the fight could take place. So that means Tyson Fury's other promoter was lying there, right? That they haven't even reached that point. I thought Frank Warren said he himself got another site offer. I thought Frank Warren said that. He said that in a video that, I myself an offer. Where's that offer, Frank? It just sounds like to me people, and maybe it's Eddie's fault because he's pushing hard for it, but everybody says, well, it's Eddie, it's Eddie. It's like, what it seems to me like it just doesn't seem like anybody else is trying to lift a finger. It's just, let me sit down here with my hands out and Eddie Hearn, you make it happen. Well, okay, if Eddie Hearn has to make it happen, let the man make it happen. I'm not here to tell you Frank Warren should not be taking care of his client's interests. But every time I hear about Frank Warren, it's always something negative. He's right. He's a very negative guy. It's always something negative. Never nothing optimistic. Nothing. You haven't heard Frank Warren say one thing optimistic about this fight. Not one thing.
It's almost like he wants Eddie to fail.
It's very strange because you see, if Eddie Hearn pulls this fight off, Eddie Hearn can pound his chest and say, I did this alone. And I pulled off two of the biggest fights in 2021. Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders, and Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. I don't think Frank Warren wants it to happen because he doesn't want Eddie Hearn to get that accolade. I don't think so. I think Tyson Fury might want to fight Joshua, but he has two promoters that need to get on the same page. I see Frank also said Bob Arum is looking for a replacement fight for July. Is that Wilder? Is that Wilder for you, or is Tyson Fury going to fight some other Otto Wally? Is Bob Arum going to pay for his last two remaining fights on Tyson Fury contract? He's going to pay Tyson to fight subpar competition again. I highly doubt that. But anyway, man. Hey, Rafi, it's been great, my brother. I got to go help my son with his homework. H Money, as always, Peace King. You hold it down. Hey, yo, what is that? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was
going
going
to Devin Haney fight.
Devin Haney, May 29th. So,
I'm
May 29th, man. Shout outs to Devin Haney. He's been working hard. He's dedicated to the sport. Yo, Iron Kong, before you go now, Eddie Hearn said it himself. He said, it's my fault the fight hasn't happened yet. He said it. So now he took accountability.
What does that mean? That's too loaded. That's too loaded. You can't mean
he said it himself, bro.
Hold on, but you can't take that statement and then make it to mean that he's wrong in every department. You can't do that.
I'm not doing that. Well, I'm not, and I'm also not going to say that Frank Warren is to blame or Bob Arum.
But anyway,
okay.
Let me stop you. We got to say salute to the Iron Kong. He's got things to do.
Hey, blessed, man. Blessed. Thank you.
He was kind enough to come over here and spend his time. So much appreciation goes out to the Iron Kong. And he's got his own channel as well. So, now you know if you didn't know. Okay. So, H, Monet, we come to the end of this shiznix. We come to the end of this shiznix. So have your final say, my friend.
Okay, like I said, congratulations to Canelo Alvarez. Canelo, he did what he was supposed to do. He got the victory.
What's next for Canelo?
Next for Canelo, possibly Caleb Plant for undisputed. But I remember at 160 when Canelo beat Daniel Jacobs and he was unified champion and he only needed one belt, just like right now, and it was Demetrius Andrade and Canelo avoided that fight. Now, Demetrius Andrade, he confronted Canelo at the press conference, and Andrade, he said, Canelo, let's make the fight happen. And Canelo said, who did you fight? The fight will never happen. And I remember when Andrade had a belt and Canelo said he wanted to be undisputed, but he didn't go for that Andrade fight. Now, Canelo Alvarez has been avoided Demetrius Andrade for years. He avoided him for the undisputed fight at 160. He avoided him at 154, and now he's saying he will never fight him. I respect Canelo. He's a favorite fighter. I mean, he's a great fighter, but he has avoided this one particular fighter by the name of Demetrius Andrade, and somebody has to talk about it, okay? We must talk about it. Now, Canelo said, Andrade, you ain't fought nobody, but what about Yildirim? Who did Yildirim fight? Andrade's a 3-time world champion, undefeated in 2 different weight classes. That will be Canelo's best win possibly on his resume till this day against Demetrius Andrade. But he doesn't want to fight him. So I just got to keep it. I got to keep the same energy. I like Canelo, but I would love to see him fight Demetrius Andrade and shut him up because he should have fought him for undisputed in the past. Rafi, thanks for having me. And I want to say this: I will be going live after you. You are welcome. Hopefully, some of the fans could check me out on H Money Boxing. We will be talking about the heavyweight division. We are going to talk about Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. It will be a debate. Everybody is welcome. Rafi, I'm looking forward to having you on the platform, please.
This is 28 minutes past the hour of midnight. You know, the Rafi ain't no big dusser. The Rafi got to work for a living to keep those mortgage payments up. You understand what I'm saying, H Monet? That means it's bedtime for the Rafi. But much appreciation for coming on. Hope you have a good live, and then we talk again later on in the week.
Thank you, Rafi. Thanks for having me. Appreciate you, brother.
And that was the H Monet. He's got his own thing going on over there. So check him out. Okay, and so that brings us nice and neatly and sweetly to the end of the show. Peace out, everybody. I hope you guys can come to a place of mutual respect. You know, even though some of you have been having a debate over there on a different topic. So I couldn't get involved in that. But much appreciation to everybody who passes this way on a regular basis. It's because you do it because you love it, or else you wouldn't do it. Okay, it's always good to have you over here. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares, and it is the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget about the live show. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. And it's how ironic that Billy Joe gave some advice that he was not prepared to take himself. Okay. So, peace out to everybody. Great show. Peace out, Mr. Dawkins, and likewise to all of you. Billy Joe Saunders will be back, says Timothy Thomas. I can agree to disagree. Still like the plumber, no hard feelings. Okay, that's good to see. That's good to see. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. Catch you later on in the week and look out for the videos. Hit that notification bell. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. And we are out. Blessed.